Good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in to Journey to Wholeness Radio on IntellectualRadio.com. I am KJ Davis, the founder and owner of the Journey to Wholeness Center and this afternoon's host. And I would like to thank you all for tuning in this afternoon to another amazing show on Journey to Wholeness Radio. But before we get started, I would just like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Conscious Community Magazine. So Conscious Community Magazine is a monthly magazine that unifies and awakens the masses to their full potential through uplifting, timely, and inspiring communications. It is a free publication distributed throughout Illinois, Wisconsin, and Indiana since 1979. And if you want to be a part of the Conscious Community Magazine, please give them a call at 847-966-1110, or you can visit them at their website at consciouscommunitymagazine.com. So let's get started. So today's topic, energy medicine, and we're going to talk about body codes, emotion codes, and some other things. Sure. And I have a very special guest with me this afternoon, Mark Hernandez. Hello, Mark. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me this afternoon.
You are welcome. So just to give you guys just a little bit of background or some information about Mark. So Mark is the founder of People and Pets Energetics. He is a holistic healing practitioner, as I am. He's certified in body code, He's a certified body code practitioner, an emotional code practitioner, a certified ash work practitioner, and he primarily uses energy medicine systems and tools to help women professionals and their pets that have hit the wall with health and wellness issues. So a lot of that we're going to talk about during this afternoon show, because I am very curious in terms of understanding and learning more about the emotion code and body code. I know I am familiar with energy medicine, but I want to understand more fully how it all ties together and how our listeners can benefit from the services that you provide and the insight and guidance into energy medicine.
Okay, well, great. Well, as I said, thank you for having me on the show.
You are welcome.
I guess first of all, I'd like to start on how I got into energy medicine.
Yes.
It was 2007. At the time, I was teaching at colleges and universities, and I noticed that certain patterns were repeating in my life, and they were a little bit strange. So I called my brother. He's a doctor of integrative medicine in Texas. So he's a Western trained medical doctor and does much more. So at the time I was living in Boston, he connected me with an energy healer in New Mexico. So remember, this was 2007. We worked over the phone over a 2-month period, 3 sessions. During that time, I noticed some changes. Again, not everything changed overnight, but enough to catch my attention. A couple years later, I called him back, said, hey, I want to learn that energy medicine stuff, because all of us have the innate ability to do energy healing.
Absolutely.
All of us. So, so with that conversation, he put me in contact with people, and I started different trainings in Matrix Energetics by Richard Bartlett, New Method of Chinese Energetics, and then that began my learning, and then subsequently became a certified emotion code practitioner, body code. And what I really love about energy medicine, it gives people the tools and empowers people to help to take care of themselves. Because I think all of us in this day and age need to practice excellent self-care, especially now.
Maintenance and self-care.
Absolutely.
But let me ask you a question. You said that there were cycles or patterns that you were noticing amongst the students when you were teaching. What were some of those cycles and patterns that, made you say, you know what, let me take a deeper look at what's really going on here?
Yeah, well, I think a lot of today's students, be they in the college level or high school, a lot of them experience very big anxiety about the future. It's very intense right now. I see a lot with ADHD and all that, but I think anxiety is very pronounced. So as you know, with energy medicine, anything can cause anything in the energy medicine. So maybe one student has anxiety for one set of reasons and another student for completely different reasons. One thing I love about energy medicine is the work is always customized to support people. So those are some of the biggest things I see in the student population.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about your certifications. So you have 3 very distinct certifications, and some of them I'm a little familiar with. I've heard of body code a little bit, but if you can start with body code and then go to emotion code and just give the listeners an idea of what these certifications, what type of learnings that you've established within these different certifications or modalities of healing. I guess you can call them modalities of healing.
Let me go ahead and start with the emotion code, because everything that's in the emotion code is included in the body code.
Got it.
So actually that was my first certification. That was 5 years ago that I completed my certification for that. At the time I was living in Southeast Asia in Taiwan. And so part of that is, as far as certification is doing online learning about, energy medicine, the techniques of the emotion code. But more importantly, always there was a practicum piece. So working with 30 different subjects. And at the time I was living in Taipei, so I'm not fluent in Mandarin Chinese. So I ran into some challenges of finding volunteer clients for my practicum aspect. So anyway, that happened. I worked with a lot of pets. I can tell that story a little later. So that was 5 years ago. The next year, I completed my body code certification. So the body code includes everything with the emotion code, which basically teaches people how to identify and release their trapped emotions. Trapped emotions can account for about 85% of people's stuff. It's really big. And also Dr. Nelson discovered in the body code includes other systems of imbalances. And so for that course, so the emotion code is kind of like one big piece, and then the body code is even more comprehensive, picks up on 6 other types of major imbalances. So for that, it was online learning. You take tests, and more importantly, it's always at the practicum where you work with people and learn things as you're going along. So for that practicum, I worked with 25 different subjects, a minimum of 4 sessions, anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour apiece.
So when you talk about emotion code, so what is emotion code? So is that the ability to leverage energy healing to heal various emotions, to identify emotions, or how does that, at a higher level, how does that process work, or what are the learnings from emotion code?
Let me show. Actually, I have the emotion code book here, so I'll show your viewers or listeners. So the emotion code teaches people the process, again, of how to identify the emotional underpinnings for people's stuff. It might be that mysterious right shoulder pain. It could be migraine headaches. It could be for people that are always in relationships and picking, quote unquote, picking the wrong person patterns. So how does it work? So a client will come with an issue. Let's just say it's a right shoulder pain. The client will give a little bit of information like, it's been with me for 6 months, and when I move it, it really hurts. Ask them to rate it. 0, no pain, discomfort, 10 to the max. Let's just say it's an 8. So with that information, always connect with source, God, however people prefer to see it. Connect, because that's where all the healing comes from. I just facilitate the process. Connect with source and ask the body, is there a reason for this right shoulder pain? And with the emotion code chart, there's a chart with over 60 emotions divided in 2 columns, column A, column B. So I just talk to the body, use muscle testing. There are different ways of doing that. And asking reason for that right shoulder pain. Let's say it's depression, from maybe I'll ask, do we need more information? Maybe it was a person was age 15, something happened. And sometimes if they're ready to release it, I'll ask the body, may we release that now? Let's say the body tells me yes. So in the original emotion code, in 2007, when Dr. Nelson released this book, you'd use a magnet, swipe it over the governing meridian in the system. Governing meridian starts at the top of the lip and goes all the way down the spine. So with 3 swipes of a magnet, you'd release it. Okay, we're in 2017 now. So as we all know that our intentions are very powerful. So now can do with
Absolutely.
kind of like almost like a computer, the quote unquote shortcut, the micro. I just go 1, 2, 3, and it releases from the field. Sometimes people will feel the release of the energy. Other times they won't, and I know it's happened. So I just keep asking the body, is there another emotion ready to release? Let's say it's anxiety from 2 weeks ago. Okay, release that. 1, 2, 3. Keep going until the body says completely done with the issue or done for now. So let's say the body tells me it's completely done for now, at least. So I'll ask the person, stand up, do a little 10-second stretch, test that shoulder. Let's say you had maybe restricted range of motion. How's it now? Again, everyone's different. Sometimes I've had a lot of clients that feel a big difference. If they were 8, they can go down to 1 in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Other times it's over time. It may take 10 days, 2 weeks. Everyone's different.
I think the largest point out of this,
Yeah.
and we talk about this a lot on this radio
Sure.
show, is just how impactful emotion
Oh,
and
absolutely.
emotional blocks are to the physical body.
Mhm.
So a lot of times people discount that, and
Yeah.
they discount that, the impact that being, having stress or having
Yeah.
anxiety or
Absolutely.
having fears
Mhm.
or having doubts or childhood traumas and
Mhm.
dramas. They discount the impact that those have on the physical body. And they're walking
Absolutely.
around with all types of physical ailments. And, the solution is to just pop a pill
Right.
versus understanding what the root cause
Absolutely.
is and being able to, in your example, being able to very simplistically
Mhm.
release it.
Yeah.
Just by
Absolutely.
giving it the energy, by acknowledging that it's there,
Mhm.
and then letting it go.
Absolutely. And I think that's the great thing is Dr. Nelson created the emotion code and the body code so people could take better care of themselves. There's stories, he tells stories of kids as young as 8 years old helping their friends. So it's something, as you said, it's a very simple tool and very powerful to help people improve their lives.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So now what is and the body code is just an extension of the
Exactly. So the emotion code
right?
was released in 2007. Like I said, Dr. Nelson realized that emotional stuff, sometimes he's a chiropractor, medical intuitive, realized
Yeah.
that often until he got rid of the emotional baggage, he'd have to keep on adjusting, tweaking.
Mhm.
Exactly. So emotions are about 85%. 2010, he got another divine download about that there are other sources of imbalances, which brings us to the body code.
Yeah.
And okay. Well, I'll give you, this is like a summary. So the body code picks up 6 major categories of imbalances. Like I said, it includes everything, all the emotional stuff
Yes.
in the emotion code and much more. It'll pick up if someone's right shoulder pain, it's not just emotional, there could be pathogens, fungus, bacterial, and all that can be released energetically, and sometimes there's a need for physical support. Misalignments of the organs, glands, chakras, all the systems, your digestive system, integumentary system, etc. Third category, nutrition, lifestyle. That's big. Under this category, what I see the biggest are people are dehydrated. They're not drinking enough water or their body's not processing well. There are many other imbalances. Energies, in addition to all the emotional stuff, it'll pick up if people are corded to other people, or there could be spirits or entities in the field, which I see.
Mm-hmm.
Circuits and systems, organs, glands, chakras, different types of disconnections. Again, we'll be able to drill down and see what's going on. And finally, toxins. Boy, this is huge. In every session, toxicity comes up. The most common I see is all the Wi-Fi that's around us, all those smart meters, which are very toxic, cell phones, but also if people ever took a medication, be it prescription over the counter, it may be a factor in people's stuff. And there are other sources of toxins. So again, similar to the emotion code, a person will give me a brief descriptor of what's going on. With that information, connect to source, call in my light team, and I ask the body, reason for, again, we'll just use the right shoulder pain, assuming it was something else. And it could be the toxins, EMFs, Wi-Fi, medications, food. As I heard in the earlier show, you were talking about the toxicity in the food.
Absolutely.
And, that could be a factor of all the GMO food, but also just all the additives that's there. So again, similar to the emotion code, keep going till the body says done completely or done for now. I'll have people test out their issue.
So how do you do a diagnostic on an individual in terms of the body code? Is it just specifically using muscle testing and your energetic field, or do you have a scan or a printout? Like, how do you diagnose what's going on with the person?
Yeah. So again, I just like always to remind the viewers, the listeners, that I'm not a medical doctor, so I don't get any type of medical advice. What I'll do is see what's going on, the energetic level, what's holding into place an issue. So let me pull up my body code. I think it'll cooperate now on my iPad. And give me one sec. All right. Electronics have been a little funky during Mercury retrograde.
Yes, so, I've had so many issues over the last week with Mercury retrograde.
Anyway, I think so what's happened? Like say an issue. Do you have anything going on that you'd like to share, or just give an example?
Yeah, problems sleeping. I had problems sleeping last night.
So is this a new issue, or is it going on for a while? Okay,
yeah,
sleep.
It's a new issue.
Okay, was it going to sleep, falling asleep, or both, or
no, I fell asleep, but then I woke up and couldn't get back to sleep.
Okay. On a scale of 0 to 10, how severe was it? 0, no issue at all. 10 to the max. How severe was it last night?
An 8.
8. Okay, so it's pretty severe.
Yeah.
All right. So with that information, we're going to just call it the sleep issue, because your body knows exactly what that's about. I don't. When I go into the field, it could be anything.
Right.
So what I do is I first ask her body, is she energetically testable right now? Yes. That means she's properly hydrated and her spine's aligned. That's important to have accurate results. And then may I serve as a proxy? So I'm going to be testing on myself, accessing her field. Yes. And as always, I say a prayer to above, because all changes come from above. They come from God, source. I just facilitate, and I'm going to ask for some help. All right. So I'm going to ask her body a reason for this sleep issue. So I'm looking, maybe y'all can see that. Okay, reason for the sleep issue. Yeah, so I'm looking right, left. Okay, it's taking me to energies, the energy tab. Okay, is it on the right, right, left? Something mental. Okay, first thing that's coming up is in the body code called a no will to live energy. And I'll tell you what that's about. So this is an energy becomes trapped when life overwhelms us and we can lose the desire to live. Can occur from a temporary sequence. And with all energy, sometimes it belongs to us and other times we absorb it. So I'm going to ask, is there energy in her field? Yeah, it doesn't belong to you. It feels like a female. Anyone come to mind? You can just think it. It's going through some tough stuff, maybe not wanting to be here or sickness or anything like that.
No. Nobody that comes to mind. No.
Sometimes too, it can be sometimes we're passing someone on the streets or the grocery store. We don't know them, but we pick it up. In any case, I'm going to ask, maybe release this. Yeah. So I'm just going to release it from her field. Again, when I do this 1, 2, 3, it's 3 swipes of the governing meridian to release it. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay. That's gone from the field. So I'm going to ask her body, reason for this sleep issue. Show me. Toxins. EM spectrum. Okay, microwave, like microwave oven. Do you use that, or are you around them like you go to restaurants and?
No, not a lot. And I stopped using it because like I'm really in tune with energy stuff. And absolutely. I had a practitioner, one of our sound vibrational practitioners who just scared me away from microwaves. So I have not used a microwave
and once again, and it may be that we don't use it in our immediate household, but if people are living in a neighborhood or pass by a store where they're in use, it can affect our field.
Yeah.
So we're just going to get the knowns, sometimes knowns and unknowns of the microwave. And actually, it's like a ball this big. So we're just going to release it.
Cool.
All right, good. All right, sleep issue reason. I'm looking at my charts. Nutritional lifestyle. Okay, magnetic field. We're all of us are connected magnetically, energetically to the earth, and because of many things we can get disconnected. So I'm going to ask, you have a magnetic field deficiency? Yeah. What percentage? 1. Okay, you're about 20% disconnected right now from the earth. So do we need to know more about this? I'm getting a no. So what we can do is just reconnect you to the earth. 1, 2, 3, and the earth back to you. 1, 2, 3. Good. Okay.
Now that's grounding. That's a grounding technique, or is it?
Yeah, it's connected to grounding.
Yeah.
Being connected to the earth, because we always want to be connected. Yeah. So 20%. I've seen some people that are 80% disconnected. So
yeah,
usually there's something deeper going on. But there's a lot of, as we all know, energies coming in.
Right.
That people can get imbalanced in that area.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're going to ask your body, is there something else about the sleep issue? Yeah. Toxins. Okay, showing up energetically is something microbial. Okay, which is showing up parasites. Are you aware of any parasites going on? Okay.
No.
Okay. Are you aware if you ever had parasites? Actually about 85% of people in the U.S. have parasites.
Yeah, I'm not aware, but of course it's possible.
Yeah, it feels like it could have left an imprint in your field. Sometimes it's no longer there, but it leaves a little trail. Okay. So we know more. I'm just going to release that. We're going to get the knowns and unknowns of this parasite stuff. Okay, about like this, and let's just release it. Good. Yeah. All right. Okay, sleep issue reason. Look at my charts again. Circuits and systems. Glands. Okay, it's taking me to your thymus gland, which is immediately above your heart. Sometimes if there can be discomfort in the shoulder or a little bit lowered immunity. Do we need more? Yeah, we're going to see why it's showing up energetically is just a little bit weak. Toxins, excesses, stress hormones. Okay, a little bit of cortisol, excessive cortisol in the field. One of the 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 3, 2, 2. Yesterday, was there a little stress in your life?
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so great. So she has it in mind. She knows what that's about, and that's what's important. So we're just going to release it for your field. Does that work? All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Good. All right. So reason for the sleep issue, show me. Energies. Okay, something emotional. So I'm looking at the charts with the emotions. They're again over 60. They're in 2 columns. A, A, B, even at 1, 3, 3. So I'm looking at my charts. Okay, what's coming up is a trapped emotion of stubbornness. Just belong to you. Can you be stubborn about things?
Yes.
Yeah, all right.
Absolutely.
So let's just release it from her. Yeah, she knows. She knows what it's about. So let's just release it from her field. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, all right, good. All right. Let's go back. Okay, so sleep issue, reason. Toxins. EM spectrum. Okay, fluorescent, like in fluorescent lighting. Oh, we have some here.
Yeah, I have some in my office.
Yeah, office. Yeah, yes. It's pretty common, or the grocery store. So again, that can be toxic to the body. So we're just going to release it from your field. 1, 2, 3. Good. All right, sleep issue. Misalignments. Organs. Okay, it's taking me energetically to your spleen. So let's see why that's showing up as energetically imbalanced. Okay, let's see. Misalignments. Organs. Okay, gallbladder. Are you aware of any gallbladder stuff? No? Okay.
No, but that's also in the sacral, near the sacral chakra, right?
Yeah.
I tend to experience a lot of energetic blocks in my sacral area.
Okay. So if gallbladder is imbalanced, people can have some indicators. It could be discomfort in the right knee, discomfort in the right shoulder, a little bit of discomfort on the right rib cage, gas, bloating. Any of those ring a bell or not? No. All right. Okay, let's see why that gallbladder is showing up as imbalance. Toxins.
Yeah,
EM spectrum. Okay, what's showing up is radiation. There's just a lot of stuff in the atmosphere right now. So, so we know more. I'm just going to release it from your field. Okay. Okay, good. Okay, is that gallbladder happy? Nope, let's see what else. Nutrition and lifestyle. Okay, outside needs. Let's see. Okay, energy work. Let's see what. Okay, it's a 0-point energy. Are you familiar like the 0-point energy wands and stuff like that? You ever
like
0-point? It's a term from quantum physics. It's like the 0-point is the source of creation, the point of everything and nothingness at the same time, and it's a tool that can move trapped energies. So,
okay.
Would it be okay if I give you some 0-point?
Absolutely.
All right. So this is one tool on the market. I think it's the best. So it's just like a little device, like it'll charge your food or release blockages. So
yeah,
just
I've seen that. Absolutely.
All right. My attention is going here first. I'm just going to kind of intuitively go and yeah. Okay. My attention's going here now.
Mm-hmm.
Tension's going down to her right foot, kind of that big toe. I don't know why. Just sending some there. Okay, left thigh. Good. Okay, that's what your body wanted for some 0-point.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
I feel lighter.
A little bit lighter.
Seriously,
okay.
Listeners, I do. I feel energetically lighter.
A little bit lighter. Cool.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. So we're going to ask is the gallbladder happy? Yeah, that helped. It was one piece to rebalance your gallbladder. How about the spleen? Good. Yep, that's balanced. All right. All right, so we're going back out to the big issue of the sleep issue. Is there anything else her body would like us to know right now? Anything hidden? Is there anything hidden? Anything else we know now? Okay, I'm getting a no. If you want to do a little walk around or just a little stretch for like 10 seconds, however you like. Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel, I feel more energized.
Mm-hmm.
I was feeling a little depleted, of course, tired because I didn't get any sleep last night.
Yeah, sure.
But even more so energetically depleted.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm feeling lighter, energetically lighter.
All right.
And for me, I am, I try to stay very much in tune with my energy.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I know when I'm not feeling 100%, I know. In fact, driving in, I was asking myself, okay, what's going on energetically? Is some stuff going on energetically? So much so, I would even start wondering if it was, if I had other detritus being attached. So that's how heavy.
Yeah. Okay. So you're feeling a little heavy. Yeah.
Right,
for you today.
right.
Sure.
So
absolutely.
So I feel better.
Yeah, cool. So so that's how, that's like a sample, like a mini of how the body code works. I think the listeners got to.
So it's so interesting. It's fascinating with the body code, because it's always one thing to be in tune with energy and understand energetic blocks and understand what's going on in your energetic field.
Absolutely.
But this modality, this healing modality, actually took it one step further. To release
absolutely
to release the blockages.
Absolutely. That's what I love about the body code and emotion code and other things I do, is that again, it's all comes from God, source, but we can shift the patterns, release, and in your case you were aware of a shift pretty soon, and other times people take a little longer, but everyone's different.
Yeah, everyone is different. So how often, because of the fact that, and we talk about this a lot on the show as well, is because every day, I mean, everything that you just named in terms of other people's energies, because people are energetic vampires who kind of, pour it into you. So every day you're dealing with the energies of others. You're dealing with the microwaves, the fluorescence, the toxins, so how often do you suggest that people do this particular service, or is there a way? Do they have to go to a healing practitioner as yourself to do this, or are there some things that they can do on their own? And if so, how often should people be doing this with everything that's coming out, even environmentally?
Absolutely.
Those things impact our energetic fields as well.
Yeah. And like I said, as a practitioner, I want all my clients to take care of themselves. I always empower them, suggest resources, things they can do on their own. And then sometimes for all of us, there comes a point we can't see our own eyeballs. And, it's great to have a practitioner. I go to other practitioners when I get stuck. I have stuff to move my own stuff. Lots of times the body code will work, or I have some other things that moves things. Other times, hey, I need some help myself. So absolutely. I think, so what are some things people can do? I think the biggest thing, and this is something I use on a daily basis, are frequency music that clears out. We're at a time now, really incredible, that again, through intention, through, practitioners and, great integrity, that there are all sorts of tracks, like to clear out your digestion, give it an energetic tune-up. You just listen to it. You can even have it on silent, and you'll receive the benefits. So I have a whole library from different healers of stuff I use for myself. For example, all the EMFs, I daily, because I have different things like jewelry, but also things that frequency tapes that I'll play that will clear out the EMFs. Like when I live in Chicago, when I moved into an apartment, I noticed my sleep got interrupted, and I tracked it. It was the smart meter. We have smart meters in our building, so I have different frequency tapes made by other healers that will neutralize that. So I would say the biggest piece is different types of frequency music that is embedded with intentions to, like, support your digestive system, circulation, or just exactly what you said about energy vampires. I'd like to give a plug to one of my mentors and friend and colleague, Rudy Hunter, at www.rudyhunter.com. He has a lot of free resources that people can download for different things. His work is very effective. So I guess that, and I know from previous shows, you've taught people the importance of the food, of what they eat, what are they eating, stones, essential oils, all those can be support. And I think what I'd like to add is, I can talk more about it, or if someone's interested, listeners, to contact me and make some recommendations of things that are pretty reasonable and that are very effective to kind of give yourself that energetic tune-up that we all need.
And as you said, there are so many resources and tools out there. I think the major block for most individuals is awakening to the fact of how powerful energy is.
Absolutely.
How energy is everything, and everything is energy. And when you really understand that and grasp that concept, we're so stuck in physicality of the body and things, and not understanding the underlying frequency and vibrations behind that, and understanding just how it impacts you. Your emotions, like you said, your food, the environment, the toxins, the planets, the sun, the moon, everything impacts us energetically.
Absolutely.
So
it's all connected.
It's all connected. It is all connected.
Yeah.
So you also, I was curious about the ash work.
Yeah.
How does that feed into, and what is ash
work? What is ash work?
Yeah.
Okay. This was a system developed by Rudy Hunter from rudyhunter.com. He's been in energy healing modalities for 30 plus years. His quick story is he was a magician, dancer, injured himself, needed all sorts of help. At the time, he didn't have the money. So he learned a lot of first body work. And then he kind of went to woo-woo land about through intentions. He has a lot of very fun processes that are very effective. So ash work stands for Activated Spaces Healing. It's a different modality. It's different from body code. It's silent. It's different techniques. Basically, I use it as a different technique. So, maybe body code gets 90%. It's like everything. It works till it doesn't work, whatever it
Right.
is, whatever it is. So I like to have different tools in my belt to say, hey, and I just get intuitive and it's like, yeah, I think this, a round of ash work would be very beneficial. What it is, it's a silent process. It's a series of processes that basically move stuck energy.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And it does, for every individual is different. So
Absolutely.
having a toolbox with different modalities
Absolutely.
of healing is definitely beneficial. So it moves stuck energy through silence.
I'm doing some background work. There are different ways of moving the energies when nothing else will.
Wow.
So
interesting.
It's also
what is your favorite? What is your favorite modality?
I love the body code. I think right now it's kind of like my lead tool that really helps a lot of people, and I will supplement that with like ash work, or I always just ask the body when a client tells me what's going on. I always ask what's most beneficial, what will help them the most.
I like that.
Body code. So. And sometimes I have other like supplemental things, like with frequency music. I'll just, after a session's done, I'll just add something for them.
So now, how do you take that, the healing modalities that you are trained and certified in, and you take that and apply it to your business? In terms of, you work primarily with women and pets. And so how do you incorporate the two? And what was your catalyst for targeting that particular market, the professional women and pets market?
Well, it was a little bit by trial and error. I've had my business for 3.5 years and, done a lot of things. And then when I really sat myself down, I said, who is it that I can best serve, or at least at this phase of the development of the business, who's coming to me and why? And I realized it's a lot of women professionals already in the holistic space. So they're doing essential oils. Maybe they're going to a naturopathic doctor, doing a lot of things to take care of themselves, and they're stuck. They've hit the wall, like I said.
Right. Okay.
So that's kind of like the lead. And then often they'll bring me their pets. After I've worked with them, they're happy with the results. They say, oh, you can help my pet too. So with the pets, I see a lot of, I call them the unwelcome behaviors. Dog has been trained, starts going to the bathroom in the house. Just kind of some weird tics, like dog starts excessively licking, or sometimes the energetics change when you introduce a new animal to the house. So I can work with that. So it's primarily women professionals, and also I work with other healers too, that, some chiros, some people in yoga. Again, we all have our things we like and it works, and sometimes we get stuck. Those are the people tend to come in.
I think the interesting part of really targeting your audience in that way, it sounds like you don't have to spend a whole lot of time educating people on energy.
Well, that was part of my learning, was going to different things when I started my business and realized, I'm just not resonating with this group, and that's fine. I would say right now, it feels like about 10% of the population in the US is open to energy medicine, energy healing. And I think it's going to expand fairly quickly in the next 3 years. I think it could go up to 13% because of all the changes in healthcare. People are able to see their doctor. It's a pretty short visit. 2 of my siblings are Western trained medical doctors. So I know there's a lot of pressures on them to practice medicine in a certain way. Most doctors, because that's the way things are working right now. But people really want the more time, and also, more importantly, get to the root. Most people really don't want to take that pill. Again, if you have to, you have to. But they really want to get to the root, and that's why I think energy medicine gets at that root.
So energy medicine, in your opinion, is it a supplement to Western medicine? Is it a replacement? Is it a maintenance, or is it all of the above?
But all the above. What I'd say is, first of all, always, consult with your medical doctor. Go for your checkups. That's one piece, of people having, intense pain. Please, always go, consult with your doctors. And they say, or someone has, let's say, low energy, they just have no energy. They go get different tests and they say, all your results are great. You're fine. You go, I'm not fine. And they know that. Okay, that's a good piece for energy medicine to come in. So I see it really as a preventative piece, an element of a piece of self-care. And then again, so people have high blood pressure and, if you're on medication, stay on it, all that. But what might energy medicine unlock? What's holding into place that high blood pressure stuff at the energetic level? Then go get your test, go get the test, see what the tests say after that.
So have you had experiences where clients have been able to cure or heal different medical issues that they had in the body just by really working on their energetic fields and doing the body codes and the emotion codes?
What comes to mind is one of my clients, her name's Tiffany, I have permission to use her name, Austin, Texas, had digestive issues for 25 plus years, a woman in her 40s. Had gone to all the medical, gone to alternative, and she was still the same. And again, in her case, and each case is different, in a 1 hour body code session, within 10 days, everything was clear.
Wow.
So it's possible, and I've seen it. Other times, if maybe a woman's had fibromyalgia stuff for 30 plus years, that most likely is going to be over a period of time. But I have seen it a lot, especially with the energy, with the low energy. Some people with thyroid issues, maybe, done some work, and then what they need, maybe they still need some medication, but in consultation with their doctor, it changes less.
But too, it is still really dependent upon the person, because sometimes, unfortunately, it serves them to be or to hold on to some of that stuff for whatever reason, for whatever emotional reason. And even doing the energy work sometimes won't clear it if they're not ready to release it. That's what I'm trying to say.
Absolutely. That's, that, or they may release, I work with people. Sometimes the changes don't show up for a month. I tell them, I finish the session, actually, I track out the energy, saying right now, the likely trajectory appears, you'll be fully aware of these 85% changes in, 3 weeks. Okay, if something else, a major life event intervenes, sure, that can change, the trajectory. Okay. Absolutely.
So what would you say, just a typical service, if someone was interested in coming to you to kind of do a diagnostic, like how long would that take, or, your typical service, your typical follow-up, kind of how does that process work? And if listeners are interested, how would they reach out to you to either schedule an appointment?
Right.
How does that work?
First thing is my website. My business is People and Pets Energetics. So if they go to www.peopleandpetsenergetics.com, on that page, we'll have a description about me, my services, and what I offer all new clients. If they want to get a feel for me, if can I help them with their issue? Because ultimately, that's what people want to know. You help me with my issue. So I offer a complimentary 20-minute discovery session where they, before our session, fill out a questionnaire. What's going on? What would they like to see different? And then we have a conversation over the phone to see if, are we a great fit to work together? And so that's one step they can take. And then usually people come to me with specific issues. Again, like, they're seeing, many have a chiro, a naturopath, and they're stuck with something specific. So that's who's tending to come to me. And then, if they needed something more comprehensive, we can do a diagnostics and see where their systems are most out of balance and they want to continue. So
it's the typical session about an hour, or it could be longer, or it just really depends.
Okay. Everyone's different. But what I'm finding is about 90% of my sessions, when the clients book a session or say they want to work with me, and 90% of the sessions are 30 minutes.
Wow.
You saw the work goes pretty fast.
Right.
Okay. In that 30-minute period, we can probably cover, 1, 2, possibly 3 issues. And, I'll finish the session. I'll, track out how much change there was, how aware they are of that change, and then when those changes will show up. The other 10%, when they book, they're ready for an hour session, the other 10%. And we cover a lot of ground. I'm always asked the body, is it ready for, a few are, they're ready to release a lot of stuff. And the other 10% are,
So what is the follow-up process? Is there a follow-up process where you, come back after a month and,
Excellent question. So what I do at the end of each session, I'll say, okay, today there was a 85% change with your issue. Right now, you're 2% aware. So you're probably going to feel the same right now as we speak. You might say that. Your changes will show up, that 85% change, when you're consciously aware in 10 days, 3 weeks. So I'll say, like, let's say it's 27 days. I'll say, let's see how you're doing then. And, you'd like to, book another session, we do that. So I offer primarily, if people want to do one session, see how they like it, that's great. And for those that feel they're ready to go more, I have packages.
Yeah. Because, for a lot of people, we went through that very quickly, but if they are holding a lot of energetic blocks in various areas, it could take quite a bit of time and probably multiple sessions. I would assume.
Yeah, it again depends exactly what you said. Depends where they are in the process, and sometimes I will, there are other energetic tools I can use to, if they're ready. Again, we all have free will. Soul has to agree to the changes. If I think it'd be a great, it's always, what does the client want? Are they ready for a change? Or maybe they're not. Maybe it's important they hold on to that grief for a little bit. I don't know why. Part of their life trajectory. But if they're ready, like you said, it could be, one couple sessions or something longer, if that's where they're at.
Very interesting. Yeah. So I am enamored with your work.
Thank you.
Very, very fascinating and very unique.
Yeah. Thank you.
At the Journey to Wholeness Center, we have lots of healing practitioners, but this is a modality of healing that I've never experienced or we've never touched upon.
Yeah.
So and the best part about it is that you're able to identify really quickly, identify the energetic blocks, the source of some of those energetic blocks, and release them in that moment.
Yes.
Something very similar. We do a lot of Reiki energy work.
Absolutely.
But it's silent. It's the silent energy, so it allows the energy to go wherever it needs to go. But at the same time, I think what helps when you understand or know what the root cause is, it also gives you a guidepost to be aware.
Absolutely.
Of when those things are occurring, or be aware of staying away from certain things, the microwave,
Sure.
And being able to dig deeper. So that's the one thing that I think having, or the name, and being able to identify where the blockage is at really helps.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, I always ask about it, do we need to know more? And sometimes we need to drill further down, and but other times let's just release it and let's move on.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so very much, Mark.
Thank you.
Do you have any events or anything that you would like to tell the listeners about?
Yeah.
And once again, we'll put Mark's website up on our Facebook page, so you guys can go on and check out his website and perhaps book a session with him. I would strongly recommend you book a session with him.
Thank you.
So do you have any special events or anything coming up for listeners to participate in?
Yeah. I'll invite the listeners to check back on my webpage. I will be listing very soon. Upcoming, I offer, like some free demo sessions where I give a kind of what we did today, overview who I am, what I do, and then just bring people up live. Let's say you got that, right knee pain for 20 years. Let's see what's possible in the next 10 or 15 minutes. So that's something people can get a feel. And those are some of the events, and there'll be more coming very soon.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it very much.
So as always, you can log on to our website, journeytowholeness.org, to get more information about a lot of our upcoming workshops. This weekend, we have a few amazing things. Tonight at 6:00, we're going to have a free Reiki share. So I did just mention Reiki, but if you've never done it before and you're interested in what Reiki energy healing is all about, you can come join us at the center at 6:00 for our free Reiki share. Tomorrow, Saturday, we're going to have another free workshop, which is a financial wellness workshop with LaShondra Harmon, who is going to talk to us about saving and investing. One of the things that we have to keep in mind is that finances are an energy.
Yeah, absolutely. There's some energy to finance. Absolutely.
They are energy. So how do we keep that energy flowing without allowing it to cause us emotional distress? So that is going to be tomorrow at noon. Sunday, the 23rd at 12 p.m., another free event, our free guided meditation led by Julia Knickerbocker. And then at 1 o'clock on Sunday, we're going to have energy one-on-one, protecting yourself from negative energy. Those energy vampires that we talked about, but just really being able to shield and ground yourself and using various tools and techniques to protect yourself from adverse energy. So when you go see Mark, you won't have all those blocks that I had. So thank you all for tuning in to Journey to Wholeness Radio on IntellectualRadio.com. And I will talk with you all next week. Thank you.